What if I told you that the most important factor in how you feel tomorrow morning isn't your workout or your breakfast or even your age, but what you do in the final hour before bed? No, I'm not talking about expensive supplements or hormone injections. I'm not talking about magic powders with promises plastered all over your social media feed. And I'm definitely not talking about some overnight miracle. I'm talking about the everyday choices, the little rituals, the drinks and habits right in your kitchen that can quietly make or break your vitality while you sleep. I am Dr. Michelle Zion, with 15 years of experience. If you're a man over 50, I want you to lean in right now, because this conversation could mean the difference between waking up tired, stiff, and unmotivated, or opening your eyes with clarity, strength, and energy that actually carries you through your day. Let's be honest. The older we get, the more mornings feel like a battle. You roll out of bed with tight joints. Your mind feels foggy. The spark you used to have seems to slip further away each year. And you tell yourself, well, this is just aging. But here's the truth most men never hear. It's not just age. It's not some inevitable curse written into your DNA. Much of that sluggishness, that weakness, that decline is being fueled by simple mistakes happening in your nightly routine. The unseen enemy: testosterone, decline, and sleep sabotage. After age 60, the average man loses about 1% of his testosterone every single year. That number might sound small, until you realize that over a decade you've lost nearly 10%. And with it, your drive, your strength, your ability to focus, and even your confidence in every sense of the word. According to research published in Harvard Health, this decline doesn't just affect your energy or intimacy. It's tied directly to muscle strength, bone density, memory, mood, and even cardiovascular health. In other words, this single hormone is one of the cornerstones of male vitality. And yet, most men are unknowingly accelerating their own decline. Not through genetics, not through unavoidable fate, but through the drinks they reach for at night, the hydration they neglect, and the way they fuel, or fail to fuel, their body before sleep. Think about it. You wake up groggy. You chalk it up to getting older. But what's really happening? Low hydration is thickening your blood, forcing your heart to work harder through the night. A glass of alcohol before bed is quietly lowering your testosterone and disrupting your deepest, most restorative sleep cycles. Poor nutrition leaves your body breaking down tissue instead of repairing it while you sleep. Instead of being restored overnight, your body is being drained, and then the morning feels heavier and heavier. Why nighttime matters. More than you think, I want you to imagine this. Your body at night is like a construction site. During the day, everything is busy, chaotic, and running on adrenaline. But when you lie down to rest, that's when the repair crew comes out. Hormones surge, damaged cells are replaced, tissues knit themselves stronger. Sleep isn't passive, it's your built-in repair process. Now imagine sending that crew out without tools, without materials, and with half the lights turned off. What kind of repairs would they be able to do? Not much. That's exactly what happens when you go to bed dehydrated, inflamed, or underfueled. Instead of restoring strength, your body limps through the night, and by morning, you feel the cost. But here's the good news. When you support your body during those critical nighttime hours, when you give it what it needs, it rewards you with sharper focus, stronger mornings, better recovery, and yes, healthier testosterone. And it doesn't require a prescription. In fact, it often comes from things sitting right in your own kitchen. A story most men recognize. Let me tell you about someone I'll call Daniel. Daniel is 63, a retired engineer, lifelong problem solver, the kind of man who always had energy for projects, family, and his weekend bike rides. But a few years ago, he noticed something changing. Mornings became slower. His legs felt like they were made of lead. He was waking up twice a night to use the bathroom, and when the sun came up, he didn't feel rested. His wife teased him that he was turning into a grumpy bear, but inside, he felt something worse. He felt like he was losing himself. Daniel tried the usual fixes: stronger coffee, over-the-counter sleep aids, even a popular male vitality supplement he saw online. None of it worked. Finally, after a conversation with his doctor and some research of his own, he started making small changes to his nighttime habits. He began with something as simple as proper hydration before bed. Not just chugging water, but balancing it with minerals so his body actually absorbed it. Then he replaced his evening glass of wine with a natural juice rich in recovery compounds. Within weeks, his mornings shifted. He was sleeping deeper, waking up clearer, and regaining stamina. Daniel's story is not rare. It's what happens when men stop sabotaging their nights and start fueling them. The silent saboteurs in your evening routine. So let's pull back the curtain. What are the biggest nighttime saboteurs most men over 50 don't even realize they're guilty of? Neglecting hydration. By the time you feel thirsty, you're already behind. And dehydration doesn't just make you tired, it thickens your blood, slows circulation, and robs your brain and muscles of oxygen overnight. Alcohol before bed. That relaxing nightcap might make you drowsy, but it destroys deep sleep, blunts testosterone production, and leaves you weaker in the morning. Late night sugar. A bowl of ice cream or cookies before bed spikes insulin, stirs inflammation, and prevents your body from entering true repair mode. Empty stomach sleep. Going to bed without the right nutrients leaves your body breaking down muscle tissue instead of building it. A slow decline in strength over time. These are simple habits, but over weeks, months, and years, they carve away at your vitality like water-eroding stone. A different way forward. But here's the hope. Just as negative habits sabotage your nights, positive ones can transform them. Simple, natural, evidence-backed choices, things like hydration with minerals, circulation-boosting foods, hormone-friendly nutrients, can literally turn your nighttime hours into the most powerful healing window of your entire day. And the best part? You don't have to overhaul your entire lifestyle at once. The biggest wins often come from the smallest changes. Tonight, you could start with one new ritual, something so simple you might even laugh at it. But if you do it consistently, night after night, your mornings will prove just how powerful it really is. Because when you sleep, you're not just resting, you're rebuilding. And the choices you make before your head touches the pillow determine whether that rebuilding makes you stronger or weaker. So in the next part of this series, we're going to dive into the science of overnight renewal. I'll show you exactly how your body's hormones, blood flow, and repair cycles work while you sleep, and how you can fuel them in the most natural and effective way possible. But before we get there, I want you to reflect on one simple question. What have you been drinking before bed? Because tomorrow morning, your energy, your clarity, your strength depends on the answer. Now let's go deeper. I want you to understand why your nights matter so much and how your body is designed, yes, designed, to restore itself while you sleep. Because when you truly see what's happening inside of you every night, you'll realize that this isn't just about rest. It's about repair. Sleep, your built-in pharmacy. When I sit down with patients, I often ask them, if you had access to the most powerful pharmacy in the world, one that could boost testosterone, lower blood pressure, repair muscle, clear your mind, and strengthen your heart, would you use it? Of course, they say yes. And then I tell them, you already do. It's called sleep. While you sleep, your body isn't idle. It's not wasting hours. It's working harder than at any other time of the day. Hormones surge. Growth hormone peaks during deep sleep, repairing tissue, strengthening muscles, and keeping fat storage under control. He was sabotaging his own repair process. His hormones couldn't reset because his sleep was shallow and fragmented. Step 1. The reset, clearing the stress hormones. The first step of the night fuel protocol has nothing to do with food or drink. It has to do with stress. Why? Because cortisol, your main stress hormone, is the enemy of testosterone, deep sleep, and recovery. If you go to bed with cortisol still elevated, your body stays in fight or flight mode instead of slipping into repair. So here's the ritual. 10 minutes of gentle unwinding. This can be slow breathing, light stretching, a short prayer, or a gratitude journal entry. No screens. Blue light tricks your brain into thinking it's daytime, keeping cortisol higher. Shut off devices at least 30 minutes before bed. Optional calming aid. Some men use magnesium glycinate or a calming herbal tea to signal the body that the day is over. Think of this step as telling your nervous system, it's safe now. You can let go. Repair can begin. Step 2. The hydration key. Remember what we discussed earlier. Dehydration is like thickening your blood. It slows circulation, making it harder for hormones and nutrients to reach their targets. So step 2 is gentle hydration. Here's the formula I share with patients. 1 glass, about 8 ounces of water. Add a pinch of natural sea salt or a few drops of electrolyte minerals. Optional, squeeze of lemon to aid digestion. That's it. Not too much so you're not waking up all night, but just enough to keep blood flowing smoothly. This simple habit alone has helped men wake up feeling more refreshed, less stiff, and more alert. Step 3. The circulation boost. Now that hydration is in place, it's time to prime circulation, because the highways of your body need to be wide open for nutrients and hormones to reach where they're needed. Here are the powerhouse ingredients I recommend, and you can choose 1 or 2, depending on preference. Beetroot powder or juice, rich in nitrates that naturally relax blood vessels, improving blood flow. Pomegranate, a natural vasodilator that supports circulation and antioxidant repair. Dark berries, blueberry, blackberry, packed with anthocyanins that strengthen blood vessels and fight inflammation. Many of my patients simply mix beetroot powder with water or blend a small pomegranate blueberry smoothie before bed. The effect? Improved nighttime circulation, stronger repair, and often a noticeable difference in morning vitality. Step 4. The hormone primer. This is the step that directly supports testosterone and growth hormone release. Men often ask me, Dr. Zion, do I need to take testosterone shots? My answer? Not unless there's a clinical deficiency. Most men simply need to stop sabotaging their hormones and start supporting them. Here's how to do it naturally at night. Zinc-rich foods. Pumpkin seeds or a small handful of nuts provide the mineral needed for testosterone production. Protein. A slow-digesting protein, like Greek yogurt or a small protein shake, helps muscles rebuild while you sleep. Magnesium. This mineral not only calms the nervous system, but also supports natural testosterone release. One of my favorite nighttime hormone support recipes is this. 1 2-cup Greek yogurt, 1 tablespoon pumpkin seeds, a sprinkle of cinnamon. Optional, a drizzle of raw honey. It's satisfying, stabilizes blood sugar, and sets the stage for stronger hormonal recovery overnight. Step 5. The deep sleep trigger. Now we come to the most overlooked step. You've lowered stress, you've hydrated, you've boosted circulation, you've primed hormones. The last piece is actually falling into deep sleep quickly, because if it takes you an hour to drift off, you're losing precious repair time. Here's how to trigger deep sleep naturally. Darkness. Make your room as dark as possible. Even a small amount of light on your skin can reduce melatonin. Cool temperature. Your body sleeps deeper in a slightly cooler environment. 65, 68 degrees for most men. Breathing technique. Try the 4-7-8 method. Breathe in for 4, hold for 7, exhale for 8. It lowers heart rate and relaxes the nervous system. Scent. A drop of lavender essential oil by the pillow can help signal the brain that it's time for rest. This step is simple, but it's where everything comes together. Because without deep sleep, circulation, hormones, and hydration can't do their work. So let's step back. The night fuel protocol isn't a diet. It isn't a gimmick. It isn't about restriction or suffering. It's about alignment. Aligning your habits with the science of your body. Giving your natural repair systems the tools, fuel, and environment they crave. Most men spend their 50s and 60s trying to push harder during the day. More coffee, more supplements, more force. But the secret isn't in pushing harder. It's in recovering smarter. Because when you fuel your nights correctly, your days take care of themselves. The 5 core steps. Recap, reset stress hormones with a short unwind ritual. Hydrate gently with water plus minerals. Boost circulation with beets, pomegranate, or berries. Prime hormones with zinc, protein, and magnesium. Trigger deep sleep with darkness, cool temperature, and calm breathing. That's it. 5 steps. No confusion, no gimmicks. Follow this protocol and you'll feel the difference in weeks, not months. I want you to leave this part knowing one truth. Your body is not broken. It's waiting for you to work with it instead of against it. When you fuel your nights with intention, you reclaim your mornings with strength. You've made it this far. You now understand that what happens at night is just as important, if not more important, than what happens during the day. You've seen how— let's step back. The night fuel protocol isn't a diet. It isn't a gimmick. It isn't about restriction or suffering. It's about alignment. Aligning your habits with the science of your body, giving your natural repair systems the tools, fuel, and environment they crave. Most men spend their 50s and 60s trying to push harder during the day. More coffee, more supplements, more force. But the secret isn't in pushing harder. It's in recovering smarter. Because when you fuel your nights correctly, your days take care of themselves. The 5 core steps. Recap, reset stress hormones with a short unwind ritual. Hydrate gently with water, plus minerals. Boost circulation with beets, pomegranate, or berries. Prime hormones with zinc, protein, and magnesium. Trigger deep sleep with darkness, cool temperature, and calm breathing. That's it. 5 steps. No confusion, no gimmicks. Follow this protocol and you'll feel the difference in weeks, not months. I want you to leave this part knowing one truth. Your body is not broken. It's waiting for you to work with it instead of against it. When you fuel your nights with intention, you reclaim your mornings with strength. You've made it this far. You now understand that what happens at night is just as important, if not more important, than what happens during the day. You've seen how small, evening habits like hydration, circulation boosters, and protein can transform the way you feel in the morning. But here's the truth. Lasting vitality isn't built in a night. It's built in a rhythm. Pillar 1. Sleep as sacred. You can eat perfectly, train hard, and take every supplement on the shelf. But if your sleep is poor, your foundation crumbles. Think of sleep as the charging station for your life. Without it, you're running on low battery every single day. Pillar 2. Movement with purpose. The second pillar of the male advantage ritual is movement, not punishment, not endless cardio. Purposeful movement. Men over 50 need 3 kinds of exercise. Strength training, at least twice a week. Lifting weights or using resistance bands signals your body to hold on to muscle, which protects your metabolism and joints. Cardiovascular work. walking, cycling, swimming, or hiking. This keeps your heart and circulation strong. Mobility practice. Stretching, yoga, or even 10 minutes of focused mobility drills. Flexibility is youth. I often tell my patients, motion is medicine. The men who keep moving are the men who keep living fully. Pillar 3. Nutrition that builds, not breaks. Food is not just calories, it's information. It tells your body what to do. The Male Advantage ritual uses food to build strength and reduce inflammation, not to break you down. Here's the framework. Protein first. Every meal should include 25-35 grams of protein. This fuels muscle repair and keeps you satisfied. Color on your plate. Fruits and vegetables provide antioxidants that fight aging at the cellular level. Healthy fats, olive oil, avocado, nuts, and fatty fish support hormones and brain function. Limit sugar and alcohol. These are thieves of testosterone, energy, and sleep quality. Think of it this way. Every bite is either an investment in your vitality or a withdrawal from it. Pillar 4. Mental resilience. Physical strength without mental resilience is incomplete. Stress is inevitable, but how you respond to it determines whether it ages you or strengthens you. Men who thrive practice mental rituals as diligently as physical ones. Gratitude practice. Write down 3 things you're thankful for daily. Gratitude rewires the brain for resilience. Breath control. Box breathing or 4 to 7-8 breathing lowers cortisol in minutes. Stillness. Whether you call it prayer, meditation, or reflection, 10 minutes of stillness a day keeps your nervous system balanced. Mental resilience is not about avoiding storms. It's about learning to stand strong in them. Pillar 5. Connection and legacy. There's one more pillar often overlooked: connection. Loneliness is one of the most toxic forces for men as they age. Studies show it raises the risk of heart disease, cognitive decline, and even early death. The Male Advantage ritual isn't only about sleep, food, and exercise. It's about people. Invest in relationships. Call a friend. Spend time with family. Don't isolate. Mentor someone younger. Sharing wisdom gives purpose and keeps your spirit alive. Stay intimate. Physical touch, whether with a spouse or simply hugs with loved ones, keeps oxytocin flowing, a hormone that combats stress. At the end of life, no one says, "I wish I worked more." They say, "I wish I loved more, connected more, lived more." Vitality is about more than muscle. It's about meaning. Your next decade starts tonight. Here's what I want you to remember. Vitality is not luck. It's not reserved for a chosen few. It is built day by day, night by night, through the choices you make. The Male Advantage ritual is not complicated. It's alignment. Aligning your evenings, your mornings, and your habits with the way your body was designed to thrive. When you commit to this, you don't just add years to your life, you add life to your years. So I challenge you, start tonight. Pick one pillar, one step, one change, and watch the ripple effect it creates. Because every great transformation begins with a single decision. See you in the next video. Like, share, and subscribe.